in front of the hotel.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I don't think it's official yet, so we probably should not.
And it's with a different radio station. Those guys stink. I'm kidding. I used to work there.
Welcome to Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. I'm Austin Herdina, Sportsbook Manager. Welcome today by Robert Cox, Sportsbook Supervisor, Billy Schmid, host of The Huddle on Fox Sports 920 AM, and Eric Osterman, our Director of Digital Gaming. We got conference tournament time here. It is here. March is here, guys. We have just all the smaller conference tournaments going on right now. Next week, we get the larger conferences. But these smaller ones are fun for me because these guys, they know that if they want the spotlight on them, they have to make the NCAA tournament. This is their one and only chance sometimes.
Well, listen, Arch Madness isn't just about Arch Manning or the Big Arch, the new sandwich, I think, at McDonald's when the Midwest Valley or Missouri Valley Conference.
Is that out yet?
One
Can
is
I get
on.
one of those sandwiches?
I believe it's up, but I don't know if you want to try it after I watch that guy take a bite and then grimace.
Take a look.
Whole other story. I apologize.
They couldn't possibly be as good as the burgers we have here. Shameless
No
plug,
chance.
but-
But you're right. It is cool, Austin, to be able to see not only games in weird spots like the Orleans Casino.
Oh, yeah.
and in their
Great
ballroom.
venue to watch a game.
Been there.
It seemed like
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be able to go, but you get different teams with everything on the line and a lot of different dreams coming true.
Yeah, and my personal favorite is, as we as we established last show, I'm not overly plugged into college sports, but to truly see how much it means to the players, it was really cool to me. Like, this is, like Austin mentioned, their one chance to possibly make the tournament. They give everything that they have, which is something that is kind of missing from the pro game, honestly, at this point. So to see some basketball with some real passion, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, the next time they lose, their season's over.
Yeah.
And you're obviously going to be playing hard. You're going to be playing to the last whistle. Just making dreams come true. That's what it is, tournament time.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because at different points in the NCAA tournaments, I think, long-standing time, it's felt like there were real spots still up for grabs coming tournament time. Not only the ones that win it, but teams like, hey, you better win 2 games in your conference tournament, otherwise you're not getting in.
Yeah, well, and speaking of winning 2 games in your conference tournament, you can catch a hot team right now. So from like a betting angle, you get a team that comes in, maybe they had some injury issues or something going on in the regular season. You can get some pretty long odds on these guys to win their conference tournament, and you catch a hot one, there's some money to be made here.
Yeah, and March Madness, what's really exciting for me is it's one of the few leagues around that the best team usually is not the team that wins the championship.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about NBA Finals, right? It's like best of 7. Like, best team's usually going to win it. But in March, I mean, it's just 40 minutes at a time. It's
Survive
who's better.
and advance, baby.
Yeah, it's
Survive
who's better
and
over these
advance.
40 minutes, and can you do that, enough times in a row? And that's exciting. I mean, you look at a team like Miami, Ohio. They're undefeated this year, right? Are they going to contend against some of the powerhouses? Probably not, but
probably
they have
not.
a chance. They are given a chance.
Yeah.
In college football, a team goes, undefeated, or maybe they even lose one game. They might not even get the opportunity to face to win a championship. But in
we
college
saw that
basketball,
experience. We saw that experiment this year too. They let those 2 at-large teams into the playoff, and how'd that go?
And we could have done without it. Now, I'm going to have to be the wet blanket. I'm going to have to be the asshole. I love it. It's fun because it's way more fun when you're at the Potawatomi Sportsbook or in a sportsbook for the tournament. Yeah. There's nothing like it.
No.
But God bless the Red Hawks and all of their families. It's going to be interesting if they actually don't win their conference tournament, though, Austin.
They're in.
If they get into the big dance.
They have
I don't know.
to.
They played a bunch of D2 schools from what I'm reading here on their non-conference schedule, so it seems like it might be a question. They might get Jordan Travis.
Nah. The whole argument of, the best teams get in or the most deserving teams, like, they're obviously the most deserving team, okay? But I know they're supposed to be putting in the best teams. I think that's just horse shit, in my opinion.
Do it for the storyline, at the very least, right? Give us something to talk about. What a story that would be. They lose their conference tournament, only loss of the year. They get in as a 12 seed or something like that. Then they win the first couple rounds. Like, give me that. I'm all about it.
In all reality, put them in Dayton and let them earn a chance to win it, and then take the teams that are actual conference champions out of the first 4 games in those play-in games in Dayton.
I agree with that. I think if you win your conference, you shouldn't be in the Dayton playing games.
No, you should be in the regular. Yep.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
Yep. So conference tournaments this week and next week. NCAA tournament coming up. We have plenty of seating available. If you want to head to Potawatomi.com, click on Sportsbook and then reservations, and you're going to see just all the different days we have reservations for. If you want the afternoon session or the evening session, we got just so many different options between 2-person tables, 8-person tables, etc. It is filling up fast, so make sure you take a look real quick. Something else going on pretty soon here is UFC 326 this Saturday night. And Robert here is a little bit of a UFC savant with us, always picking some good winners. What do you see this weekend? What's exciting you the most?
This weekend is going to be so exciting. You want to be here for that. I'm telling you, any big UFC fan will know all these guys that are fighting this weekend. We have Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Just vets. Like, these guys have been through the ringer. If this fight goes over 15 minutes, Max Holloway breaks the record for the most fight time.
Well,
These guys fought in 2015.
And banger.
Absolute bangers. Kyle versus RDR, both coming off of losses, ranked 7th and 8th. Everything's on the line. Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Raul Rosas Jr., he was actually a guest here at Potawatomi. He was at the APFC event with Diego Lopez. Very exciting to see him fight. He's a minus 230. He's fighting against Rob Font. Rob Font's been in the UFC since 2014. Anybody that watches the UFC the last few years, you know Rob Font. He's fought the who's who in the UFC. And then you got Drew Dober and Michael Johnson. These guys have also been in the UFC forever. What is it? A crazy stat.
They've got over almost like 60 combined fights together, right? Like,
Exactly.
It's crazy. how many
Dober's
they've been there.
37, Johnson's 39. Johnson's on a 3-fight win streak. Dober, 8 of his last 9 ended by TKO. These guys are live and die by the sword.
As a casual fan, am I going to just see a bunch of guys walking out there with canes and walkers? Like, what are we talking about here?
Rosas Jr., he debuted at 18. He's 21 now. He's fighting the old vet. I mean, you have Dante Johnson, who's 27. He fought and got a win at the APFC here at Potawatomi. Austin, we were upstairs when he knocked Buddy out cold with a left hook. It was the cleanest thing you've ever seen. He's only an hour north of here in Fond du Lac. He's fighting Cody Brundage, who's had 14 fights. I mean, that's really the young guy versus the vet.
It's exciting to see people from Wisconsin competing at the UFC level.
100%.
It's just, I mean, even Billy, you've known people in the past that have competed in UFC, and it's fun to cheer them on for sure. I know we've had, I'm thinking like Mir Schmidt, right? Isn't he from Milwaukee area?
Well, and the Pettis brothers obviously put so
Pettis
much of it on the map, and we lost Duke Rufus last year, which was just a painful loss for the city. Somebody that meant so much. He trained so many guys. He was one of the gods of the fighting community. And Robert, you mentioned a bunch of these dudes. Rojas Jr. is one guy that if you just put up the pictures, is going to be in the do not mess with category. the mean mug that he puts up is a scary look. But Rob Font, you're right. He's been fighting since I was in college, and I've already won a decent amount of money on Rob Font, so it's going to be hard for me to probably fade him coming up this weekend. Absolutely. This is a great card.
It's incredible.
Do you think there's more folks that, as the accessibility with the Paramount deal, are going to know so many more fighters like this when it gets to a UFC card like this? Because there's so much content where it feels like we're getting a fight, seemingly a good card almost every single week.
And it's so cheap now. You don't have that pay-per-view.
Yes.
It's awesome what they're doing now with Paramount. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of room for growth with Paramount, and it's pretty cool to see how they're switching things up. Even the face-offs and the media just seems a little different. Like it definitely seems like they're just growing.
So, as a casual fan, Robert, talk to me about like the betting angle on UFC. Like, obviously, you can bet the guys to win, right? You have round betting. What are some of the ways that people watching at home can come bet on the UFC? And are we just looking at big favorites? You have like some underdogs you like? Give me something from the betting angle.
The lines are so interesting in the UFC. Like, even looking at this Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Max Holloway's a minus 230. Charles Oliveira, a huge dog. Like, there's just so many ways you could go with this. It's actually, you could do the over-under rounds, like you said. Like,
Is there a way you lean? over or under?
Oh man,
Didn't mean to
they're
put you on
both
the spot
so
here, but-
durable. This is one of those cards it's so exciting because it's hard to tell which way you want to go with these. Like you could make money. I mean, there's so many opportunities here. So many. Me personally, I like Charles Oliveira plus 180 just because he's a big guy. He's big, and he looked so good in his last fight versus Gamrot. But so did Max Holloway. Max Holloway beat Dustin Poirier in his last fight.
But you were right there. You were right there in the first part, Robert. You like Charles Oliveira. You like him trying to get back. You like him at plus 180. That's a winning edge, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's the price. That's the value. It does feel like you get better opportunities at plus money in UFC. Like underdogs actually win outright in UFC far more than anything else.
It just takes 1 or 2 seconds to change the fight.
Absolutely right.
And the gloves are so small, right? I mean, any one punch can slip through and knock a guy out. Like,
Yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah.
It changes so fast. Anything could happen.
When that happens in a full sports book like we have here too, it's so exciting. Like just the instant reaction from everyone in the crowd that's watching it. People celebrating their wins or maybe a little sad on their defeats. But it's fun. I mean, someone has a winning ticket out there all the time. And betting on, who's going to win, how they're going to win, how many rounds the fight goes. Like sometimes I'll hear someone celebrate when it doesn't seem like anything's going on in the fight, but it hit that halfway point of the third round, and they had the over 2.5 rounds. So it's just, I don't know, a lot of fun ways to bet UFC. I'm a fan of it. I'm not as into it as these guys are, but I'm definitely learning more and enjoying it more as I watch it.
I like that, Robert, you also said, like, the durable cats in the main event. They always say, the old adage is you go to a fight, you want to see somebody get knocked out. Some of these fights, you don't want anybody to get knocked out because you just want to see them continue to beat the hell out of each other.
Right.
There will be blood.
Yeah, there will be blood. This is
yes.
such an exciting event. Like, this is one of those events that you really want to be here with all your friends, a drink in hand, cheering on everybody. Like, come up to the counter, throw some money on one of these guys. Charles Oliveira by submission, I'm kind of leaning toward, like... It's one of those, like, I don't know. It's so exciting, you guys. This is one of those fight cards that...
Was Oliveira here at Potawatomi?
Oliveira was here, yes.
Yeah,
Oliveira
like
was
it.
here.
Yes,
He was a special guest as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, it's crazy. This whole card, a lot of these guys have been here at Potawatomi. And these guys are all living legends. This Max Holloway versus Oliveira fight, it gives you goosebumps as a longtime UFC fan.
Yeah, that pairing has made Dana White a decent amount of cash. It has made that company a decent amount of cash, and they're going to continue. I think it's a great time for. I mean, we talked about hockey a couple of weeks ago with the USA team winning gold. That was going to be a launching point for the sport. I do really think the deal with Paramount, the ability with sports gaming, how open it is, how many different ways you can play, different ways to make money. It's an early boom for the sport.
For sure. And for me, the cards, the way that they're laid out, if you're any sort of a fight fan at all, come here for the undercard fights as well, right? Come get your spot, get comfortable. You can sit here and watch for a number of hours. We got other stuff going on, of course, as well. But the cards are really laid out well. You don't have to wait for a long time between fights. Like, it's just really a good entertainment product, and then, you get to put a little money down at the same time. It's a good time.
And, like, while we have that pay-per-view on, we're also going to have a really, excellent number of basketball games, too. So if you're coming in to watch UFC, we're going to have that pay-per-view on the audio, on the big screen. But we're also going to have, what is it? Is it Gonzaga and St. Mary's, I think? Or something. There's another big game this weekend as well, but just conference tournaments all weekend long will be fun. Let's move on to Bay Hill Invitational. That started this morning. Yep. It's Scheffler started the tournament as the favorite, of course, plus 320. He's now looking at plus 575. I know Colin Morikawa is tied right now for the favorite betting line.
Yeah.
But someone had a 9 under this morning. Can you tell me who that was?
Yeah. So Daniel Berger, Florida State man, shot 9 under, 63, I believe. I think it's par 72. Yeah. That's a crazy round for Bay Hill. This is one of those courses they usually set up really tough compared to some of the other ones. And 63 is crazy. It'll be interesting to see if he can maintain. But you mentioned Morikawa. The guy's really hot. He went through a really tough spell. I think he went close to a couple years without winning. won Pebble Beach earlier this year on a place where you would think he'd be comfortable as a West Coast guy. To see him come out to Florida on different grass and continue his hot play, that's really exciting for the American.
I've struggled with Colin Morikawa in a lack of fandom ever since Full Swing when he was going through the different swatches on his shirt and trying to pick out his day coordination, and I'm like
the olive pants.
This just doesn't feel like feel like the guy for me. Doesn't feel like the one to follow. But you're right, he's white hot. How's my boy Shane Lowry gonna bounce back? I don't know that I've ever, Eric, felt worse for a human being than watching Shane Lowry send it right down his leg last week.
Yeah, he hit a couple in the drink last week.
Oh my goodness!
And honestly, as much as it sucked for Shane Lowry, I like Lowry a lot. To answer your question, I think he'll bounce back just fine. There's hard to find a human being on earth that's more comfortable in their own skin than Shane Lowry. But good to see the Cognizant, formerly the Honda, get its teeth back. I know last year. Jake Knapp shot a 59 at that course, which a lot of people thought was impossible. It's a famously difficult course, so really nice to see them get a little fight back in that course.
I also love that any guy that gets to a point in the sport where Scotty Scheffler is, where they're offering lines, hey, we're just gonna not let him win. Bet everybody else except for this guy. Yeah. He's just on a different level.
Yeah, and you mentioned Scotty on the updated odds right now, not the favorite, but he's had some Thursday issues lately where he's spotting the field. I think he spotted the field like 10 shots in Phoenix. So if he's under par today, which I think last I checked he was going to be, I think he was on 18, 2 under, might see a run from Scotty this weekend. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so let's take a real quick look at the Masters. Talk about that real quick. So that's about a month away.
Yes.
Scheffler, of course, is the favorite, plus 275. Something I've been noticing though is Morikawa. I'm liking what I've seen from him. He was 30-1 not that long ago. He's now down to 20-1. Fleetwood is at 18-1. Those two I've noticed have the most momentum going with them for their odds coming down.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like when you have a guy like Scheffler who's plus 275,
which
prohibitive,
is insane.
Yeah, to be that much of a favorite in an event.
Yeah.
Is it worth maybe looking for more of a long shot, like a 20-1, 30-1? I mean, it just seems like people are being overlooked a little bit because of Scheffler.
I completely agree. And Billy mentioned, we typically have markets for guys to win without Scotty. I don't personally like to bet that market. The reason is it kind of messes with my calculus, right? Like, kind of take the whole field into account when you're talking about a golf tournament, right? I like to take long shots, especially at the Masters, because the course form, right? Like, the guys that like playing there, the guys that maybe struggle with it. Mentioned Lowry. Lowry, honestly, is one of those guys. Like, I think he's 40-1 right now. Obviously in form, would have won that tournament without, some crazy things happening. Brooks Koepka, maybe a little sprinkle on Koepka.
I'm glad you brought up
Guy's
Brooks.
got a really good history at Augusta. He's around that 40-1 mark, and I think he's going to start playing himself into form here.
Well, and Koepka no longer hits my qualification for my long shot play. Got to be a live guy. For the longest time, you had to be a live guy because I like the confrontation. I liked a little bit back and forth, but
I love Cam Smith at the Masters. I don't care what form he's in.
Great one.
That course fits his game to a T. He's a live guy. I think he's some longer odds right now. Austin, I don't know if
he's still rocking the dirty stash.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm in.
And the mullet is
in.
Beautiful, beautiful flow. So,
9 of the last 11 winners at Augusta previously had a top 5 finish before they won. So it's people that have had success and then found that last hump to get over to win it. Scheffler's done it. Morikawa has done it. So Morikawa 20-1. That's my pick right now. Early Masters pick. Do you have an early Masters pick? One guy maybe you want to put out there?
I want to go Cam after you gave me that opportunity, but Hideki Matsuyama has also been a cat that's been kind of hot. It feels like.
Yeah, Matsuyama for sure. My early pick is John Rahm, and he.
Another live.
I feel like I don't see him
another live guy. Let's go, Eric.
Because he's just like wallowing away in live. He still doesn't have a win on live, which is insane to me.
Wow.
Won the individual title last year somehow without winning. Joaquin Neiman won 5 times and didn't win the title, so maybe Liv has their calculus a little wrong there. But John Rahm is in a little bit of the news right now. He denied taking the fine money from the DP World Tour to be able to play. So he's fully in the live camp. I think he's got a big chip on his shoulder, and if he can go into the Masters healthy, is another guy where that course just fits him really well. So
That fires me up.
yeah. So he's kind of flying under the radar, and now he's kind of not. So let's factor that one in.
And also another guy that gives bigger dudes in life a little bit more confidence going in on a golf course.
So tell us who you guys like. You got a Masters pick? Go ahead and put a comment on our video here. Write to us. Let us know. Next week we're gonna hold off on baseball. Next week we're gonna do a good preview on the Brewers, and we're also gonna talk about some more college basketball. It is time for a little trivia. You guys ready for a little trivia?
Some would say
Dangerously,
some redemption. I don't
All right, we're gonna go just Eric. This is just for Eric. Some golf trivia.
Okay.
This is your specialty.
Yeah.
The Arnold. What was the tournament called this week? What's the official
This is
name?
the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard at Bay Hill Club and Lodge.
Yeah, that right there. That's what's going on this week, okay? Tiger Woods has famously won this tournament a record 8 times.
Yeah.
There have been 6 other golfers that have won this tournament twice. No one more than twice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name 3 of them?
3 of the players that have won it twice.
Give me 3 of the 6 people that have won this tournament twice besides Tiger.
Oh, man. Okay. I believe Rory has won it twice.
Rory won it in 2018 and last year, 2025.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. What a trivia question, Austin.
Lefty.
How about who the favorite in the tournament?
Oh, yeah, Scotty Scheffler.
Scheffler won it in
yeah.
22 and 24.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was some older guys like a Robert Gomez or somebody like that, but
Nope.
no. Yeah, I know he won it once.
How about a South African here?
South African Ernie Els.
Ernie Els in 1998 and 2010.
Wow. Yeah. What a longevity. What a career that guy had.
Mm-hmm.
And then a name here that I don't really remember, but
Yeah.
Matt Every, 2014 and
Oh my
2015.
gosh,
back to back.
absolutely. Yeah, Matt Every, Florida Gator. The only 2 wins he had on tour went back to back at Bay Hill.
Back to back at Bay Hill, that's
a
amazing.
tournament that he went to as a kid growing up.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
should have got that one.
Lauren Roberts, 1994, 1995, back to back
the
as well.
boss of the Moss.
How dare you?
And then the last one on the list. Who's the tournament named after?
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer
Yeah.
won it in 1971 and 1973. You figured the tournament's
That's a
named
trick
after him.
question.
Probably won it a couple times.
I would have thought it would have been a different one after he was retired. That's a trick
he
question.
owned the land and all that where it is, so
Oh, that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a little bit of a built-in advantage.
So I did okay. I appreciate the hints.
Absolutely, you did phenomenal, better than I would have done. I'm a big fan of watching golf on Sunday. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting into it the first 3 days. I feel unless it's a
No,
major. If it's a major, I'll watch it from hole 1 to hole 72. But these regular tournaments during the year, it's just I don't know. I'm a basketball guy. Give me these conference tournaments right now. There's soccer, European soccer. Like there's so much going on at the Sportsbook right now. So much to watch. But yes, we have the tournament on from hole 1 to hole 72. We got it for you. If there's anything you guys are looking for ever to come on in, certain game you want to watch, anything, let us know at the counter. We're gonna put it up for you. But yeah, shuttles to the Bucks games still going on.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do shuttles again for the Brewers games this year. So those are going to be starting, just about an hour before games start. You can get your ride over there. Such a great way to come on in Potawatomi, make your bet, head to the game. Don't worry about parking and all that. You get dropped off right at the door. It's amazing. I mean, it's really awesome that we can offer that to our guests now. But yeah, it's going to wrap things up for us this week in Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. If you want to follow any of Robert's picks on UFC, this guy's pretty genius when it comes to this. So please listen to his picks, take a look at it. Bet responsibly, keep it fun. We'll see you at the window.